Hey guys, this is the new Mazda Roadster, and outside of Japan it's called the Mazda Miata. And we're going to go take it for a drive as a final car because we have no top, and so you can actually see us in the car. Let's go take it for a spin. Okay, we're driving a Mazda Roadster, brand new version. So let's drive.
Excited to see what this car's, all about, the new one. It's been a while since I've driven a Miata.
I have driven no Miatas except for around a lot, which doesn't count.
Wait. As we get down here, you're going straight. We need theme music.
You have theme music. Do you think YouTube's going to catch up?
As long as I shut it off before 30 seconds.
I don't know if it's 30 seconds.
Okay, it's enough of that. Copyright claims.
Okay.
We can have copyright claims.
I think we can check to see if it copyright infringes before we post the video.
It's fair use because it's a Zoolander parody.
Well done, Paul. Well done.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so this is the car that really made waves. Like, the Miata is kind of old business until this one came out. The FB was warmly received, and the FC was warmly received, but this one was super hot when it came out, and it's still a fairly new car, so everyone who has ever driven this car had good things to say about it, and especially compared to the Toyota FRS or the BRZ from Subaru, that's kind of the biggest competitor for this car. It's a lightweight, small car with a peppy engine. In fact, it is a car that's faster than the BRZ, even though it's only got a 1-point-something engine. 1.8, 1.5, and I believe 1.6, depending on the market. But here in Japan, the 1.5 was the volume one. Anyways, this is pretty amazing. Driving in the car, you get to see excellent visibility all the way around. We've got a really aggressive front hood, and the car looks great from the front.
6-speed manual transmission. That's always fun to say.
6-speed manual transmission.
Got the 6er in it.
The throttle response is unbelievable.
Well, is this the first time they've had Skyactiv motors in the Miatas? Yes. I didn't drive the generation before this.
It's correct. I have been in them and driven them around the parking lot, but nothing else. It's funny, the NC? Yeah, the NC is a funny car because they're so cheap right now, and the price hasn't bounced back up. But the NA is really expensive, and this car kind of goes back to the NA, and it's proved to work because you spot them everywhere here in Japan.
I'll tell you what I like, that they went away from making it softer and softer styling to come back to this aggressive and sharp lines,
right.
And I think that really worked for them because this looks fantastic.
Right. With the old one, every generation got a little bit kind of clunkier looking and a little bit bigger. This one shrunk down in size. And you know what's funny? A lot of people in the reviews that I've read about this said that the interior was fairly tight. I don't feel that way at all. I'm 5'10", but slender. I feel great at this. I'm
sitting in the passenger seat that's 6 foot and way too heavy, and I'm like laid back. I'm super comfortable. So
I got a question for you, Paul.
Hit me.
I forgot my question.
Nailed it. Stay in the right lane.
Paul's giving me directions because I can't see it. My brain is not processing the information on here. You know what's funny? If anyone watches all of the videos that we're shooting today, they're going to know the roads better than I know the roads.
It's funny because, Derek, he's talked about it before in some of the other videos, and I think some of these test drive videos, and I'm sure as the series go on, people learn this, but he's really bad at remembering
anything.
Learning directions quickly. We'll say that, because you're concentrating on your speaking or whatever.
You're giving excuses for this, but the fact of the matter is there's no excuse. I'm just kind of missing that piece of my brain that registers new locations. And I think, you know what, at first when I moved to Japan, I thought it was a case that I was in a new country, and in Japan, a lot of places look very similar to one another because a lot of the buildings are the exact same look, but I realized that that's probably not the case.
I found something I don't like about this car.
What?
That the top panel is fiberglass.
This is fiberglass?
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay.
and painted. So if it's hot outside, this can't be fun to have your arm on.
I didn't think about that, but when I got into the car, I was like, wow, that's a really nice styling cue to have exterior color inside. And then the way that your eye kind of catches the door card and then catches the over fender makes it look really unique.
I will say this, though, that there's an armrest, and it does feel, it actually is nice to have your arm. No, right lane.
I know, I just can't need to. I actually don't know. I was just pretending I know. But the reason for switching the lane was I wanted to see how the suspension feels.
Take it right here.
I don't believe you. Paul, I'm going to give you a chance to speak more in this video because in the RX-7 one, I didn't let you.
It's all right. It happens. Like, we keep saying this about cars that we've got planned coming up, that there are things that when we get individually excited about certain vehicles, you know,
right.
we have a tendency to sort of like, I just want to say everything. In the R33, should we say that? The R33 GTR video, that one should come out before this one, I think.
Okay.
We test drove an R33 GTR. I'm not sure if that one's out yet or not at the timing of making this video. But like, there's so much I could talk about with that car that I had to like physically just like make myself be quiet. And I think for some of the cars coming up in the future, that's going to be a lot of the same case.
When I get excited about stuff, my mouth will start going without my brain registering. And
You
stuff.
just start talking. Like, it's funny because we decided we want to do these casual let's drives, but you know, because there's 100 places on the internet where you can watch like sort of full-on review test drives. We wanted you guys to see us kind of driving around a new car and what we thought of it, much more casual. And when that happens, you know, you have a tendency to just sort of whatever you're thinking, it just sort of kind of comes out.
I think maybe for me it's a little bit worse. Also, here I am cutting you off again.
That's fine.
I thought you were done. I'm gonna go seppuku.
No.
Because in my regular video walkarounds that I do, it's only me continuing to talk about cars. So in my mind, I'm going back to that place where I'm not used to having to hold a conversation
with somebody, right?
So I think over time, you know what, we'll be able to look at these early videos and say, wow, Derek didn't shut up a lot of those videos.
It was probably a good thing in the RX-7 video because we were trying to avoid certain subject matter for the time being.
That was so difficult.
And I really didn't have any, like, same thing, trying not to hit the elephant in the room because it's the thing you want to discuss. Whereas, like, this Mazda, back out to see how I did that segue. This Mazda
very nice.
Is interesting because I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you driving it first. Like, compared to the old Mazda, is this same old, same old? Is this return to form?
I don't want to get out of the car. I don't have experience in fun Mazdas of the past because with that you have to go find road
They're
race.
backing up that spot. So
You know what? I was going to back up, but I was like, I don't want to get out of the car.
just pull forward.
Then I have to get out.
You have to get out anyway. I have to drive.
No, I know, but I'm having so much fun sitting in the car right now that I don't want to get out because my emotional being is going to suffer.
Well, the viewers might notice that. If you actually don't
Can I
let
just
me...
sit here
if
and
you
you
don't,
can sit on my lap and then drive?
If you actually... Right. We started off with Wham, and now we've moved to this. That's not good.
Or that is very good. Oh, the doors are longer than I thought they were. I just closed the door on my leg. It's the first time I've ever done that, I think. Woo.
Slide in.
Hey, Paul. Here's a chance for you to speak in this video. Does the car have a glove box?
Not where it should be.
Okay,
there's
now
probably
that you're done talking, I'm going to start talking now.
There's probably one in here somewhere. Like, this is an interesting drive for me because
Paul's wallet.
I don't think I've driven a Miata since the first gen.
The first one felt tighter inside than this one. I'll say that.
Yeah, definitely. This one definitely feels more like it's got some room in it. But it is comfortable. I'll give you that. It's definitely comfy. It's kind of interesting.
It's so easy to drive.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? When the first Miata came out, it was the Barbie Corvette kind of, right? Like, it was kind of a girlies car is what a lot of people complained about. You're okay on this side. And yet, now that we're 25 years later, it's so the opposite. It's now the car that real car people really like because it's a fantastic package and very useful on the track, very fun to drive. And so I wonder if it's gotten rid of all of the stigma.
Or close to it. I mean, like in the US even, where you have these big open road courses and stuff, this car gets, you know, a lot of respect amongst road racers. I will tell you this, I've been in the car for about 20 seconds driving, and what you said a second ago nails it. The new Miata really easy and nice to drive. It's responsive, the shifter's good, the brakes are good, the steering is really good. It's light, but like, it does what you want it to do, right? And like, usually I like heavier, more direct feel, but this actually kind of works. And I think because of the car it's in. Like, I don't know if this would work like this in a big Audi or something. It feels good in this.
Right. I think that's a very good point. I'm going to start taking a tally of all of your good points.
Okay, do I get like a bonus or something?
Would you like one?
Yeah, I'd love one. It revs really easy too. That Sky Active stuff.
I don't understand what the Sky Active is.
I think it's like
Sky Active. Would you like to say?
No. I was just gonna answer. I didn't realize you were gonna keep going. Sorry. Go ahead.
The Sky Active apparently, this is what I've heard, is a package of different technologies that, as a whole, combine to make the engine more fuel efficient and more eco, basically. And it's funny in what's basically a sports car here, how we have a Sky Active engine, because it feels sporty, right?
Yeah. Actually, that's funny because that's exactly what I was actually just trying to I was thinking about. Just that I want to put this thing. I feel like my seatbelt's hitting
the engine, but also the transmission and the differential, and it's all of these technologies, and it's all beyond my comprehension, I think.
I actually didn't know that. I thought Sky Active was just like VTEC for Mazda. I had no idea.
I think that's part of it. I think every manufacturer is doing VTEC now, aren't they? Or variable valve timing.
Should be. It's weird because like I want to have more things to say about this car, but there's like, it's just good. I mean,
here's your review. Paul says it's just good.
It's just good.
Go buy one. It's just good.
I mean, I think the only way, you know what we haven't done yet that we should do with this one? What would you buy instead?
Nothing. There's nothing else out there. I wouldn't get an FRS instead of this.
I would buy the S660 instead of this.
Really?
I would. I would take the K car. I would take the price saving. Because the extra speed and handling out of this, I don't think is as fun as that car was compared to as fun as this car was with the saving and the gas mileage and everything.
That's a good point.
Because I wouldn't race this car like I wouldn't race that car. I would kind of drive it around like this and just enjoy it. And I think I'd rather have the S660 if I was living in Japan.
It's not a bad point, Paul. It's very good.
I got another one. I'm gonna get bonus.
What?
What? Sorry.
Oh, another good point.
Yeah.
I didn't agree to that yet.
Oh, sorry. I heard what I wanted to. Like the internet.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is we get to drive this car for basically 5 minutes and form an opinion in that 5 minutes about the car. But this, more than most of the other cars that I got a chance to drive today, is a car that I would really want to take out for at least an entire day before I could say a comprehensive review on how I like the car.
Yeah. You know what? That's true. Like, I'm like thinking about what you're saying, and
do I get a bonus?
Yeah, I definitely will give you one.
I will say one thing.
It feels like sorry. Go ahead. That was me doing it to you that time.
That's retaliation. The S660, you can't put your arm on the windowsill. This one here, you're gonna get burnt, but you can still do it. The S660, you sit down so low, the doors are so high that you kind of look. It's like this on the other side.
Yeah, I would rather ride in this one than that one. It's more comfortable to ride in for sure. But for driving joy, I think that one's better than this one. But I don't know. I've got to say, like, we've done the test drive, we've driven it for 5 minutes, and I think that having it for a prolonged period of time may be helpful, but I'm already starting to get the feeling like, okay, well, that was that. I guess the Miata is good again. The end. Like, I kind of feel like that's it.
Right. It's kind of funny because this isn't Mazda's fault for making such an awesome car, but it kind of limits what you can say about it when basically everything is just as you want it. Because can you think of anything that you would want in this car that you don't get?
A turbo. A Sky Active 4-cylinder turbo. A little more power, that's it.
I suppose so.
And for me.
The aftermarket is going to be big into that.
Yeah.
I think.
I imagine. I mean, they've already started doing some of that stuff. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of when a video game comes out and it needs a bunch of patches to fix it. And then this is the game after it's been patched.
So everything
like the
seems to
previous
work as it
Miatas,
should have.
right? And now like
Oh,
this
I
is
see what you're
this
saying.
is what we should have got at the beginning. Now that all the things from the previous Miatas have been patched, this is what we should have had at the beginning.
You want to talk about Pokemon Go?
Yeah, I don't know if it's appropriate for this video, but I would love to talk about
I don't know.
Pokemon Go.
Because I don't play it, I don't know if it requires patches. So I don't know if that's a logical conclusion.
No, because that game's not even complete yet. If y'all didn't know, it's not finished. It's not in 1.0.
Which team should we vote for, Paul?
Mystic? Blue team.
Alright guys, so this is going to be the end of the video. We're pulling in, and this will actually be the last car. The only way we can get away with it is because it's an open top. We got more light here inside the car. And so I hope you enjoyed these first videos, and we're going to put some new content on by next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.